Hey guys, this is Lovin Meets with the incredible cast of the Great Circus of Europe. We had 4 circus performers on the show. They talked to us about the effort that goes into creating the show and what happens when things go wrong.
It was definitely an exciting insight into how the show must go on. So tune in.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show. Today we have something truly amazing for you. The Great Circus of Europe, which is Europe's largest touring circus. It's in Al Ain right now until December 16th. It is a breathtaking fusion of timeless circus traditions, cutting-edge performances. And on the show today we have none other than Serik, the incredible acrobat, and Tent Master.Sandra, the charismatic Ringmaster and General Manager.Leia, the enchanting dancer, and Leidy, the fearless Female Globerider. Welcome to the show, Globerider. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. You're looking fantastic.
So much bling in my eyes right now. You really put the shine in my eyes. And so Sandra, you are the ringmaster. So tell us, what is it like to welcome a crowd to the circus?
It's the most fantastic feeling. It really is. We are here just to put smiles on people's faces. We're here to entertain. Circus is timeless. Circus is ageless. Transcends every race, religion, language, culture, because it's a visual art. So there is nothing like circus.
You know, it's so interesting because the minute you stepped in, and I like from your outfit, I can tell you're the ringmaster. But I had a moment of unlearning because I think throughout childhood, like when you read books or you see things about the circus, you see ringmaster, you see like this mean old man, and suddenly here's this like amazingly sweet, shiny lady, and you're just like, oh, it doesn't always have to be a mean old man.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not to say that I'm not in charge.
Of course.
Yes. It's so interesting you say that because I have so many amazing memories of the circus growing up, and I'm sure you guys too. Like, what actually inspired you individually to get involved in the circus?
Well, first of all, I started with the circus when I was 11 years old. Wow. And I went for the actual circus college for 4 years. And there, obviously, they train you for 4 years for juggling, acrobatics, gymnastic, history of the circus, even a ballet, everything. And then after that, obviously, when you are finishing, you have to choose an act. I started with a high wire. And that's the height I remember when I was 12 years old. That was 11-meter high. And we used to do a 4-man high pyramid, and on top of it, another 3-4 meter. So that was my first step to the circus. And then from there, I started traveling.
Wow. Have there ever been any injuries? Falls?
Oh, it's a lot of injuries.
You look
a lot of injuries.
Put together. You look fine.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
That's circus. Like, obviously, when we perform, we get nervous. Especially when you had an accident. Like, we had a few accidents. I had like loads of accidents, not a few, but it's just passion and the adrenaline when you are in a stage and you hear the audience that they enjoy it and you see the smile of the kids, and that keeps you going.
Amazing.
And obviously I did start it with a high wire, and after the high wire I joined to it Chinese pole. It's vertical pole, 6.5 meter. You have to jump from pole to the pole.
I remember these, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I start training aerial straps, which is I do with my brother, aerial straps as well. And when we get bored, when you don't have the adrenaline that you already get used to, you start training something else to get the adrenaline, get the excitement, and feel the energy and everything. And now I'm start training with my wife, is the crossbow act.
Wow.
The crossbow that she has to hold the target and I have to shoot there. So
how do you train for something like that?
Well, carefully, obviously, and I put a target, and I practice in a target, and then I said, I feel a bit confident now. Would you like to go hold it for me, the target? And she stays there, she holds it. That's all about trust. Circus life comes with a trust. You have to trust, and that's the only way it works.
I cannot wait to see it live. And what about you two? How did you get involved in the circus? What kind of led to the moment that you took the stage?
Well, I started dancing when I was really little, and then went to college, trained professionally, and then I started looking for jobs. I had some of my friends already work there, and they were like, "We need more dancers." And I joined a year and a half ago, just for, be like, I'll do it for a little bit, but I've not stopped, and I don't really look at leaving soon because it's just so much fun. It's so different to anything I ever imagined I would do.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. But you? When did you start?
Okay. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Colombia. All my life in circus. I now the quarter generation in my family. I start practices in the club 17 years old, and also Hawaii. My father had circus in Colombia. I try everything. For the club of the AF, when I stay out from the club, I very scared, but I go inside, all is perfect. I like my work. I very have too much adrenaline, and I very funny inside, really. I
Amazing,
like.
guys. It's so wild. It's great.
So you call yourself the fearless female Globerider. Does that mean you go around on the bike?
She does indeed, yes.
Wow.
She is the world's only female Globerider. So,
Wow.
yes,
Wow, we are
she is a
sitting-
force to be reckoned with.
So what's the most like thrilling act that you have performed in the circus?
Oh, Serik.
Oh. Mine is we was I think back in UK we was performing, and then one of the performers, he didn't feel well. He went like, I need a replacement wheel of death, the spinning wheel. And then I said, just okay, give me your costume, I'll replace you. And then I went in there before the show. Obviously I did practice, but not for a long, but I did feel confident. But I needed that adrenaline, and I wanted to feel that. And then I said to him, okay, let me do it. I didn't practice before the show, but I thought I was confident. But I said, please let me replace him, let me go in. Show must go on. They went like, are you sure? I said, 100%. I said, you'll be okay. I said, 100%. Don't you worry about me. I said, just give me a costume, I'll go in. But before, I never performed that front of audience. I just practiced a little, and they went like, okay. So I go in. That was my most experience and most exciting thing that I've done. Just step in and do the wheel of death.
Wow.
And that was spinning, and you have to keep spinning and do the jumps and everything. And that was my most exciting thing I've done as well.
Dare I ask? Has it ever gone wrong
Yes.
in a public setting?
Unfortunately, as a live performance, it does happen. And we had a few accidents on the wheel as well. We have, even in the strap with myself, I was working the poles as well. One time I tell you the story. I was in London, Winter Wonderland. And then we were doing, with my partners, I was working the Chinese poles. And then all of a sudden I just go up. I said, what happened? They said, you just fell down. But I said, I can't remember. I said, what happened? What trick, what combination I was doing it? So apparently I was gone up, and then I slipped and I fell down. And then I got up. It's a full house of audience. And then I asked my partner, I said, what happened? I said, why? He said, you just fell down. I said, what combination and what trick? And then he goes, like, are you going back up? I said, yes, of course, I have to go back up. Otherwise, if I'm going to have that fear, then I won't be able to do it. So same place, same spot, I went up and I did that trick. And then next show, I was absolutely fine.
Wow.
Pure bravery.
The show must go on.
Show must go on.
Always.
Always. And
That's so
if you have an accident, if you don't go, but for me, if I don't go back in straight away, then if I have the fear, it's going to take me a bit longer time to get the confidence. But if it happens in a spot, if I go back up, if I do it, then I'll be fine next couple of hours, and then I can just carry on doing it.
So interesting. You say the show must go on always. What does that mean in terms of bringing the largest circus in Europe to the UAE, and what kind of logistics go into all of you traveling together? I can't even imagine. Sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest.
It is. And we are so lucky to be here. You know, it's an absolute honour and a privilege to be here. Obviously the Gandhi family, Carol, Philip, Hayley, Mariska, it is a truly family-run circus. However, behind that is a huge office team who are based in the UK. Without all of that, there is no way we could do this, you know. Obviously everything is shipped over here, the tent. At the end of the day, it's a tent until we put all the lights, all the seats, all the sound, everything that then you walk into that brings it all alive. Obviously the performers, the smells, you know, we've all got the magic. Exactly, yeah.
So speaking of, now that you're in Dubai and you obviously have you seen the city a little bit? Or
we have seen a little bit of it. Serik had a visit yesterday, actually.
Cute. But I'm just curious to see if there was a place in Dubai you would try out your stunts. Where would it be?
Skydiving.
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 Wow, I like that he had the answer ready. It's like he was waiting for this question.
That's an adrenaline.
Skydiving, interesting.
Bungee jumping. Something with adrenaline.
I want to ask as a ringmaster, so I have these phrases in my mind that I remember growing up, like, show your appreciation. Could you do a little one of those for us on the show? Is that putting you on the spot?
I can do. What would you like? Yes.
What is like the intro? So we're welcoming people to the big top in Adelaide, and we say...
We would say, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to the Great Circus of Europe.
It just brings back all of those magical memories. It really does. So this is happening in Al-Ain until December 16th at Great Circus of Europe. Guys, thank you so much for your time on the show today. I have no doubt that what you're doing is absolutely spectacular, and I'd really encourage anyone watching to go and check it out.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Guys, best of luck with the rest of the show. Guys, that is all we have time for on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. A massive thank you to the cast and crew for coming down this morning from Al-Ain. Goodbye. Thank you so much.